Settle your heart, and let the noise of the day grow quiet. Across generations, people have looked to the simple movements of water, wind, trees, seasons, and human conduct for lessons about living well. These reflections are newly written, yet they carry the spirit of ancient Chinese wisdom: patience without weakness, humility without fear, and strength without harshness. Listen slowly. Keep what is useful, release what is not, and allow each thought to settle like a stone resting beneath clear water. A quiet heart sees farther than hurried eyes. The wise person does not force the river to arrive. The river reaches the sea by continuing its course. When you understand what is enough, the world becomes richer without giving you more. The bamboo bends in the storm because it values life more than pride. A person who masters anger has conquered a battle that no sword could win. Do not chase every path that opens before you. Some roads are invitations to wander, not destinations to reach. The mountain remains still while clouds pass across its face. Learn from what does not need to move. A gentle word can open a door that force would only damage. The empty space within a vessel gives it purpose. What you leave open can be as valuable as what you possess. He who listens before speaking often discovers that wisdom required no answer. Do not despise small beginnings. The tallest tree once depended upon a seed too small to cast a shadow. When the heart stops demanding that life obey it, peace begins to enter. Water does not defeat stone through strength. It succeeds through patience. A person who needs constant praise becomes a servant to every voice around them. The wise farmer prepares the soil before asking the harvest to appear. If your mind is crowded with yesterday, there is little room left for today. The strongest tree is not always the tallest. Strength may live quietly beneath the ground. A calm person does not lack courage. They have simply learned where courage is needed. The one who knows when to stop preserves what the restless hand would destroy. A clear pond reflects the moon without trying to possess it. Do not answer every insult. Some words disappear faster when they find no place to rest. The patient person sees seasons where the impatient person sees only delay. When pride becomes loud, wisdom often becomes silent. A person who walks slowly may notice the road that the hurried traveler never sees. The wise do not demand certainty before taking a worthy step. If you cannot control the wind, learn how to set your sail. The flower does not become beautiful by comparing itself with another flower. A peaceful home begins with a peaceful tongue. Do not carry a stone simply because someone placed it in your hand. The mind becomes heavy when it tries to own what belongs to time. A humble person can learn from a child, a stranger, and even a mistake. The moon does not become smaller because clouds cover it. What is hidden is not always lost. When you cannot change the mountain, change the way you approach it. A person who gives kindness without keeping account discovers a wealth that cannot be measured. The quietest room may contain the loudest truth. Do not fear being unseen. Roots grow in darkness before branches touch the sky. The wise person keeps their center while circumstances move around them. A cup filled beyond its limit can no longer receive fresh water. The heart becomes free when it stops demanding that every wound receive an explanation. A small act done faithfully can become greater than a grand promise forgotten tomorrow. The road teaches the traveler who is willing to walk without complaining about every stone. When you cultivate patience, delay becomes a teacher instead of an enemy. The tree gives shade without asking who deserves it. Do not mistake softness for weakness. Water is gentle enough to drink and persistent enough to shape stone. A person who understands their limits knows where their true strength begins. The wise leave room for silence because not every truth needs to be spoken. A restless mind seeks many answers. A settled mind learns to ask better questions. When you stop competing with another person's journey, you can finally hear your own footsteps. The morning does not complain that the night lasted long. It simply arrives. A generous heart does not become poorer by giving warmth. Do not hurry to judge the crooked tree. Its shape may have been formed by winds you never felt. The wise person corrects their own path before correcting the footsteps of others. A peaceful spirit is not created by removing every difficulty, but by meeting difficulty without surrendering the heart. The river carries fallen leaves without becoming a leaf itself. Learn to witness without becoming everything you encounter. What you repeat quietly becomes the shape of your character. A person who can sit peacefully with little has already escaped many forms of poverty. Do not pull the flower open to make it bloom sooner. Some things grow only when left in their proper time. The strongest answer to confusion is often a return to what is simple. A wise teacher does not fill every silence. Sometimes silence allows the student to discover their own understanding. If your heart is always chasing the next horizon, you may never notice the beauty beneath your feet. The person who fears every loss cannot fully receive any blessing. A mountain does not become smaller because someone refuses to believe it is high. The wise protect their peace without becoming enemies of the world. A single honest action can restore what many proud words have damaged. The branch that accepts the wind survives where the rigid branch breaks. Do not seek to control every outcome. Tend carefully to the action that belongs to you. A person who knows their own heart is less easily moved by the noise of others. The sun gives light without asking the earth to praise it. When you make peace with a small life, you may discover that your spirit was never small. The wise person does not hurry to fill an empty space. Some emptiness is necessary for growth. A river changes its shape without losing its nature. The one who forgives does not erase the past. They refuse to let the past govern the future. Do not let temporary sorrow convince you that life has forgotten how to bring mourning. The person who speaks with humility can be heard even when their voice is soft. A seed cannot see the forest it carries within itself. When the heart is grateful, ordinary things begin to reveal their hidden richness. The wise do not fear changing direction when they discover that the old road leads away from truth. A calm mind does not need every question answered before it can rest. The person who carries less resentment has more strength available for living. Do not measure your worth by how many people notice you. A tree does not count the eyes beneath its branches. The deepest wisdom often arrives after the desire to appear wise has disappeared. A gentle person may seem slow to anger because they have learned that anger is an expensive fire. The wise person does not cling to success. They understand that every season eventually changes. When you accept that some doors must close, you stop wasting your life arguing with walls. The quiet path is not always the easy path. It is simply the path where the heart can hear itself. A person who learns from failure carries knowledge where shame once lived. The moon teaches patience. It does not reveal its whole face in a single night. When you stop demanding perfection from yourself, you gain the patience required to improve. A wise heart does not become hard because it has been hurt. The river does not need to remember every stone it passed. Let some experiences become water beneath you. A person who can remain kind during hardship has discovered a strength deeper than comfort. The best time to correct a crooked branch is before it becomes a great tree. Do not let another person's impatience become the rhythm of your life. A quiet life can hold great depth when lived with attention. The wise understand that knowing when not to speak is also a form of knowledge. What is truly valuable rarely needs to shout for attention. When the heart is settled, even an ordinary day can become a place of discovery. Walk gently through the lives of others. You may never know which wounds they carry beneath their clothing. The person who keeps learning remains young in spirit, no matter how many seasons have passed. Do not fear the slow road when it leads toward a worthy destination. A wise person leaves some room between desire and action. The quietest victory is the moment when you choose peace without needing anyone to know. Let your actions become so steady that your words no longer need to defend them. The tree does not ask whether winter is fair. It simply preserves its roots until spring. If you can remain grateful while life is simple, abundance will not easily make you arrogant. A heart that releases resentment makes space for understanding. Do not force what requires patience, and do not delay what requires courage. The wise person knows that peace is not found at the end of every journey. It must be carried along the way. Let the lessons of today settle quietly within you. You do not need to remember every word. One truth practiced sincerely can change the direction of a life. Thank you for sharing this journey into stillness and reflection. Carry patience into your actions, humility into your relationships, and peace into your thoughts. May you walk gently, live deeply, and return whenever you seek more timeless wisdom. Subscribe for more timeless wisdom.